A couple of weeks ago, I started working with a new client, and one of the requirements was that we made a table very obvious to users that this was an important table to look at. It was to do with alert notes, and we had it at the top of the page. I obviously can't show you that particular application, so I'm replicating it in my classic clips. It doesn't really work in this view, but I want to show how we can change a label. So this client's table is now bright red, and my table has a red border and the grid lines are red. Now, I'm not a coder and don't know how to do this, but using ChatGPT, after a little bit of mucking around, I managed to work out the CSS to be able to do it, and I thought I would share that with you. So you'll likely be aware that this is how Knack normally looks, a normal standard label and a standard grid with grid lines. So all we need to do is go into the builder, and this is my client's table. Just going to identify up in the URL that this is view number 4, and I'm then going to go into the settings of this table and scroll down. I'm going to remove the title, and I'm going to paste in the CSS here in the description. I found that if I paste it into the title, it doesn't work with bold. It seems to ignore it. So putting it into the description, the strong part here seems to work well. So I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to go into my API encode into the CSS section, and let's get down to the bottom here, and I'm going to put in the CSS. I'll link to this in the description. It'll take you to my website, and you'll be able to get this code. And all this is doing is targeting view 4, which we identified a moment ago, and it's looking at the table wrapper, which is the outside border, which is set to 2 pixels in red, so you can obviously change these, and then the actual border inside is set to 1 pixel. So if I save that and come back to my live app and do a refresh, hopefully, if I've done it right, I should end up with a red title and my red border. Now you can obviously tweak this, so if I go back into my pages, back onto the grid, into settings, I'm going to push this up from 20 pixels to say 40 pixels, and that will double the size of that font. So if it was a case of you really needed to bring someone's attention to something, then obviously that does help. I appreciate that, this may or may not be useful to you. It was just something that came up last week, and I thought I would share it with you. So the code linked in the description. If any use, give us a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.